Hello Triple T Army and welcome to the second part of my Viktor guide. In this video we are going to talk about the runes and masteries which support Viktor spell kits best. Let's jump right into it. The most common variants for runes and masteries use sorcery as their primary tree. There are a lot of small changes possible where you have to find out the combination which fits your playstyle the best. All combinations that I will show you are legit. Let's talk about the three keystones in the sorcery tree. All three of them are playable on Viktor. The most common keystone definitely is Phase Rush. Phase Rush enables Viktor to escape ganks and improve his mobility during teamfights as he gains the movement speed buff after hitting a QE combination, even without hitting the first and second activation of his E. Phase Rush doesn't support Viktor at his strengths. That's the reason why I am not going for Phase Rush most of the time. The keystone of my choice is Arcane Comet. Arcane Comet increases Viktor's poke and burst potential. It synergizes pretty well with the AoE spell damage kit. Summon Array is also a legit choice as a keystone. In most matchups I won't go for it, but against champions like Yasuo or Yoni, which have a lot of dashes, I sometimes do. In the next row my recommendation is definitely to take Mana Flowing Band. Mana Flowing Band increases your maximum mana by 25 for the first 10 times you hit an enemy champion with one of your spells. After the gaining additional 250 maximum mana, Mana Flowing Band is restoring 1% of your missing mana every 5 seconds. This buff is insane and important. Don't miss it. Third, I prefer to go for Ability Haste of Transcendence. Transcendence improves your cooldown timers at 3 different stages. Under level 5 there is no bonus. From level 5 to 7 you gain 5 Ability Haste. From level 8 to 10 you gain a total of 10 Ability Haste. Additionally, you gain an instant reduction of 20% of the missing cooldown timers of all of your basic abilities on a champion takedown after you reached level 11. The two alternatives are Celerity and Absolute Focus. If you don't like Ability Haste, I would go for Absolute Focus instead, but I won't recommend you to do that. Third, I prefer to go for the Ability Haste of Transcendence. Transcendence improves your cooldown timers at 3 different stages. Under level 5 there is no bonus. From level 5 to 7 you gain 5 Ability Haste. From level 8 to 10 you gain a total of 10 Ability Haste. Additionally, you gain an instant reduction of 20% of the missing cooldown timers of all your basic abilities on a champion takedown after you reached level 11. The two alternatives are Celerity and Absolute Focus. If you don't like Ability Haste, I would go for Absolute Focus instead, but I won't recommend to do that so. Last but not least, my choice would be Scorch. Scorch increases your lane poke and trading potential. Going for Gathering Storm can be legit too, but you should be sure that the game is taking at least 40 minutes. Nowadays Gathering Storm just takes too long to pay off, in my opinion. Jumping to the secondary tree, I am going for Domination. The Domination tree supplies Viktor with healing and lane sustain. I'm choosing Taste of Blood in the first row. It heals you whenever you damage an enemy champion with a cooldown of only 20 seconds. The heal scales with your ability power and equals 18 to 35 based on your level, and an additional 0.1 scaling piece of your ability power. In late game this will be around 100 to 120 heal every 20 seconds. As the second rune of the Domination tree, I'm going for Ravenous Hunter. Ravenous Hunter supports the healing ability of Taste of Blood. It gives you 1% Omni Vamp, plus an additional 1.7% for unique takedowns. After collecting all 5 takedowns, you gain 9.5% Omni Vamp. As offensive mastery, I take the ability Haste. As flex, I am going for Adaptive Power. Last, as defensive, I take Armor or Magic Resist based on my lane opponent's champion pick. If I'm not sure who's actually playing mid lane, I take the live Mastery instead. Here you see my preferred go-to page. Comet paired with Mana Flowing Band, Transcendence and Scorch, plus a secondary tree of Domination. As a complete alternative tree, you could go for the Domination tree as a primary key with TicTacTooc as keystone. Taking TicTacTooc pretty much commits you on stomping the middle lane. That's why it's often combined with Flash Ignite as summoner spells and picked into hard-winning matchups. As I already said, you choose TicTacTooc as a keystone. Afterwards you take your essentials, which we mentioned as secondary tree runes in the sorcery primary tree part, which are Taste of Blood and Ravenous Hunters. You can now fill it up with Eyeball Collection, which adds additional ability power after you collect some takedowns. After 10 takedowns, Eyeball Collection adds 30 ability power to your inventory. This time you're going for sorcery as secondary tree. You take your essentials with Mana Flowing Band and choose between Transcendence and Scorch. This choice is still matchup dependent. Scorch supports your single target trading, while Transcendence boosts your team fights. I would round this up by changing the offensive mastery from ability haste to ability power if I choose Transcendence before, else I would stick with ability haste. Please leave your preferred keystone at Servery on top. That's all I have to mention about runes and masteries on Viktor. Please leave alternative runes and mastery combinations and your thoughts in the comments. If I help you improve your Viktor gameplay, press the like and subscribe button as well. Thanks for watching my video and keep it up on Summoner's Rift. See you soon, Triple T Army!